Welcome to Proof of Culture. This is the final episode of Season 1. As we draw the curtain on the first season of the Proof of Culture podcast, I feel like it's a moment not of farewell, but definitely celebration and reflection. This final episode is dedicated to revisiting the milestones that we've achieved together, the enlightening conversations that we've shared, and the vibrant community that we've built around our shared passion for Web3 and culture. To every listener, every guest, and every supporter, this episode is a heartfelt thank you for embarking on this journey with us and for making our inaugural season what I consider to be a resounding success. Throughout this season, we've had the privilege of hosting an array of thought leaders and innovators, each bringing their own unique perspectives to the podcast. Their contributions have not only enriched our discussions, but have also provided valuable insights into the evolving landscape of digital culture. Let's take a moment to acknowledge our guests. Betty of Deadfellas. Betty captivated us with her conversation about building a vibrant and inclusive community around the Deadfellas, and her expertise in nurturing that community offered our listeners invaluable lessons into the importance of engagement and belonging in digital spaces. Austin Hurwitz. Austin shared his fascination with Web3 market dynamics, and he gave us a really clear view of how a brand is able to transcend Web3 and become not just a Web3 brand, but a global brand. I feel like his analysis really helped to demystify the complexities of the market, making it more accessible for our audience. Logic. Logic's journey is a testament to the transformative power of artistic expression, and he was so candid and so authentic about his experiences and his journey from being an artist in this space, and really highlighting the challenges and the triumphs along the way. AKA Stevie. Stevie taught us a lot about community and bringing heart into this space. Natalie Crew. Natalie really focused on the intersection of music, Web3, and social justice, and she really sparked a larger conversation about the role of NFTs in driving societal change. Her perspectives really encouraged our listeners to consider the broader impacts of their digital engagement. Her passion was palpable, and I think that there was so much amazing feedback. It's very clear that everyone in the audience felt Natalie's energy as you listen to that episode. Shira Lazar. Shira really expanded on the role that wellness plays in this space. It moves very fast here, and it requires you to be constantly connected. And Shira really brought to light the need to step away and to take care of yourself. But also, she really shined a light on how content creators can thrive in this space and what the future of the creator economy looks like. We are so grateful to Shira for sharing her thoughts and her views. And last, but certainly not least, Lady Phoenix. As a visionary and a leader in digital art, her insights into the future of digital expression and how she chooses to move through this space was incredibly inspiring. All of the feedback that I got with regards to Lady Phoenix's episode was incredibly positive. I will say, to everyone that has sent me a text or a DM on X or on Instagram telling me how much you enjoyed the podcast, I am grateful. I am so thankful. I want to share a brief story about how I got here. A few years ago, actually quite a while ago, I wanted to create a podcast featuring female founders. At the time, I was in the startup and VC world, and I recorded quite a few of those episodes, but I didn't like the sound of my own voice. And so I scrapped the entire thing. And as I reflect, that was certainly a fear-based decision. And obviously I've moved far away from those beliefs. But that's partly why achieving this milestone, creating this podcast, telling these stories, that's why it was so important for me to really see it through. This season was not just about exploring the current state of Web3. It was really about imagining what its future and understanding our role in shaping the culture is. And so each episode, each guest brought us closer, I think, to comprehending the potential and the challenges of this space. The discussions that we've had and the lessons that we learned certainly laid the groundwork for an exciting journey ahead. And so, as we wrap up this season 1, my gratitude again goes out to every guest for sharing their wisdom, and to you, our listeners, for your enthusiasm and your support. These conversations that we've shared are just the beginning, and we're looking forward to season 2. I'm excited to dive deeper, explore further, and to continue to be in community with all of you, discussing the profound impact of culture in Web3. Last, but certainly not least, I want to give a really big thank you to Zora for their support. Zora is our sponsor, and for those of you who aren't familiar with Zora, they're leading the charge in this space, and they've lowered the barrier to entry significantly. So if you are so inclined, I'd love for you to collect every episode of season 1 as a digital collectible. They're all listed on Zora, and I'll include a link to the collection page in the show notes. It's completely free. And so what we intend to do is to take a short break. Stay tuned, stay engaged, and let's keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible together. Thank you so much for a remarkable season 1. Here's to the future, and here's to an even more amazing season 2. Thank you.